Get this bitch started. Shit, what's good with you guys, man? Fuck. Can't get this shit right. What's good with you boys? This is your boy Memento back with another reaction video. Today I'm reacting to PBD Podcast try to expose Candace Owens, but apparently it backfires. This is a video from Poetic Flacco. I'm gonna shout out to Flacco, bro. This man been putting in work. Like, he been uploading every day, keeping you up with everything. And what's crazy with Flacco is that when he first started his YouTube channel and started like on No Jumper and everything, niggas was hating on him. And I might have been one of them niggas. I really didn't think anything of him. And it's not like in a negative thing. It's just he was a new guy. I thought he was copying DJ Academics. I was like, oh, it's just another DJ Academics clone. But I got to get that nigga his props, bro. He really grew into his own thing, like his own channel, updating everybody on what's going on. Like, I really fuck with it. But let's get into this video.
Adam from the Patrick Bet David podcast has some really unkind.
Adam, I keep up with PBD a little bit. Adam is the guy that's always yelling, right? Like the guy that's always loud. I think that's him. I'm not sure.
About Candace Owens when discussing this Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson beef. There's been a civil war going on among right-wing creators for a while now. And then you could also say there's a civil war within a civil war because...
Bruh, like, don't get me wrong. I keep up, like, with politics on a surface level. Like, I know, like, a little bit of what's going on, but I pity the motherfuckers that this is their life. Like, imagine all your emotions being swayed by one thing someone said on Twitter or on their YouTube channel. That shit got to be a stressful ass life, man. That got to be stressful.
Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, and Nick Fuentes, they essentially are on the same side. Like, I divide the civil war up between pro-BB and anti-BB. Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, and Tucker Carlson appear to be anti-BB, but they're still a great...
If y'all don't know who he's referring to by BB, it's, you know, the leader of that one country that keeps, you know, bombing folks and then saying they're the like, what the fuck is that word? And why can't I think of it? They're the victims. That's the word I'm thinking of. But yeah, that's BB. The guy that keeps trying to be a victim, but he's the one that's literally killing tens of thousands of people. But let me start this video.
Divide and friction that exists within their group. Candace Owens is in an interracial relationship. She's a Christian nationalist. Nick Fuentes don't believe that interracial relationships should exist. Tucker Carlson is pro-establishment. Tucker Carlson is the establishment. Nick Fuentes believes that they have co-opted his movement because...
All right, don't get me wrong. I'm not the most knowledgeable dude on this, like the political side of things. But everything I've been seeing from Tucker Carlson recently been anti-establishment, Flacco. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, though.
Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens probably had different opinions on BB 5 or 6 years ago. Nick Fuentes pretty much lost everything going against BB and the establishment. So he kind of sees Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens stepping into the movement and reaping all the awards and benefits while he had to suffer for it. I know that Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes recently did an interview that went horribly wrong, and they began feuding and going to war afterwards because Candace Owens tried to give Nick Fuentes some unsolicited advice that he didn't want, and then Nick Fuentes attacked a couple of Candace Owens' friends. It was a disaster.
What the fuck is he talking about? That was a lot just now. I'm going to say this. I have no idea what's going on. I just fuck with Flacco's videos, and this seemed interesting, so I'm really just trying to tap in for real.
Well, Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens sat down, and they discussed Nick Fuentes and their own individual relationship with Nick Fuentes. And Tucker Carlson essentially said, he believes that Nick Fuentes is COINTELPRO. His logic and reasoning behind this is he believes they all have a similar fight. They all have similar beliefs.
All right. My bad for pausing it. But why does everyone hate Candace Owens? That's been confusing to me because, like I said, I don't be like that much tapped into everything that's going on. But everything I've seen from Candace Owens, she be saying some like reasonable shit. Like I haven't heard her say anything super outlandish. But like I said before, I could be wrong. Like I could be wrong on a lot of the shit I talk about. But shit is me. I'm talking about what I know and what I don't know.
They're all pushing for similar things. And if you're pushing for something or you have a message to disseminate to normies and to the average person, you have to deliver that message in a digestible manner. He believes that.
Let me back up because I got something to say about what he just said.
To normies and to the average person, you have to deliver that message in a digestible manner. He believes that Nick Fuentes.
I kind of. Oh shit, my mic. My bad if y'all heard me fidgeting with this shit. But I disagree with what Flacco's saying there. Like, I disagree. I understand where he's coming from, but I disagree. Like, maybe it's like the tism in me, but I take information for what it is. So you can say something mean to me and it be true, and I'll listen to you, and if you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Like, I'm not the type of person, like, don't get me wrong. Like, let's say somebody comes at me fucked up. I'm going to feel some type of way, but I'm not the type of person to discard everything you're saying to me because of how I feel. Like, I'll internalize it. I'll take whatever you're saying in. If it's wrong, I'll discard it. If it's right, I'll internalize it and, think about it. People who hear something they don't like and immediately just say, fuck it, I don't get you guys. Like, I get, yes, some things you got to say fuck it to, but for you not to take any information in that you don't agree with it's just fundamentally stupid to me. How do you expect to grow if you can't take information that you don't agree with? Like, information that you don't agree with, some shit can benefit you. Some shit can actually benefit you. Why discard everything just because you feel some type of way or just because it hurt your feelings? Like, that never clicked with me. Like, if information is useful, I'm going to use it. Whether I feel bad that whether I feel bad that it's a personal attack or what, like, if it's useful information, I'm going to use it. And my bad, bro. This shit is annoying me right now. Fuck this shit. My bad, y'all.
A pro where Nick Fuentes is working for the CIA to go against the movement because Nick Fuentes coming in with his schizophrenic rants or being just super like bipolar, it kind of turns off the normies. It's kind of make the average person kind of see Nick Fuentes and his history and what he says in the past about black people or other groups of people, and they kind of
Nick Fuentes is insane. Cause I don't get it. Cause like I said, I'm not too knowledgeable on everything, but isn't Nick Fuentes like white and Mexican? You're pro-white, meaning literally half of who you are or whatever percentage it is of who you are, you're against. Isn't that like, that's literal self-hatred? Because you're not white, you're mixed. So you're preaching for white supremacy. Nigga, you're not white. You're not going to get none of that supremacy that you're preaching for. It's fucking insane to me.
Get turned off from the message. So Tucker believes that they're trying to disseminate the message in a digestible manner and that Nick Fuentes actually does the movement more harm than good, which...
Hold up. I'll be right back. I got to take a piss. Nigga, I'm getting up with my headphones on. Still recording, bro? Hope I'm not fucking up.
Nick Fuentes will probably say, I've been in this movement longer than you. Like, I've been doing this since I was like 18 years old. You just came around to this ideology 5 years ago. So what are you talking about? How would I be the COINTELPRO and this is my movement when y'all came into my movement? Tucker would also point out how Nick Fuentes attacks all the normies on this side of the world, right? How Nick Fuentes would attack the Candace Owens, the Tucker Carlson, and their particular friends who they believe are doing a pretty good job in disseminating the information in a digestible way to normies. And Nick Fuentes attacking all the people who they believe are pretty great advocates for the movement is Nick Fuentes trying to tear down the movement.
That's obvious to me. I've been around a long time. I know it when I see it.
Yeah, and I will say I don't understand it. We were very kind to him. Like, I truly, like, we almost said, like, we felt maybe he was a bit lonely. We should invite him back for dinner. I mean, that's how good of an experience I had.
Clearly.
And then it was a 180. So it's either A, it's being driven from, like, a little boy insecurity, and he just was so worried that he, like, just went on the attack because he doesn't know how to have normal relations after being banned everywhere.
Well, I think there's
that could be one element.
The angry gay kid thing going on.
Yeah. Or
what happened? Candace must have had him on her podcast or her show, and he was kind or some shit, and I guess he flipped the script on her ass, I guess. Tucker just said some wild shit, though. He just said some crazy shit.
After being banned everywhere.
Well, I think there's
that could be one element.
The angry gay kid thing going on.
The angry gay kid going on. That's disingenuous, though, right? For a person to, like, share their feelings on something and then for you to discard it and just label it as the angry gay kid, that's kind of weird.
Or it's what you're saying where he does this, he's lying to everybody and pretending that things are one way, but it's not. I can say
he's attacking Joe Kent, who, I mean, Joe Kent worked as a CIA contractor, paramilitary contractor. He's in the U.S. military for years fighting our neocon wars. His wife was killed in Syria in one of those wars. Joe Kent is the single most sincere critic, and I would say the one with the most credibility in the United States to say this foreign policy is bad. It killed my wife. I was a part of it. Joe Kent is actually someone the CIA doesn't like at all because he understands how it operates. And for Nick Fuentes, who's like some child from Chicago, to go after him specifically, one congressional seat in Washington State.
That is random.
It's not random, though. It's the opposite of random. Joe Kent was number one on the list of people they wanted to knock off, people who believe in our neocon foreign policy. They wanted Joe Kent out because he could stand up and say, I actually know. I've got the receipts. My wife was killed in Syria. You had to take that guy out. And Nick Fuentes, this...
I already said this shit, but I feel sorry for, like, everybody that's, like... Don't get me wrong before I say this shit. There are people who are directly affected by this, and I understand the way you feel. But for every normal person to, like, go about what's going on right now, like, it's gonna kill them tomorrow, is crazy to me. Like, don't invest your emotions in something you have no control of. You have no control over what's going on in Syria. You have no control over what's going on in Israel. And you barely have any control of what's going on here in the United States. So it's like, maybe that's a defense mechanism for me from, like, growing up in trauma and shit, to where it's like, if I have no control over something, I give it no emotion. But, like, damn, just waking up and reading a headline like, oh, Trump did this and that. It's like, what good is it for you to get bent out of shape when nothing you do will change it now? Nothing you will do will change it tomorrow. Like, I'm not saying don't have empathy and emotion towards people. Yes, like, what's going on in Israel is insane. I might be wrong on this too, but I seen something like they killed 30,000 Palestinians and 15,000 of them was kids. Like, it's some shit where it's like, it's obviously immoral, obviously wrong to be doing something. You don't have to know everything that's going on to know, 30,000 people got killed by a more powerful, more technologically advanced group. Like, it's like, obviously that's fucking wrong. Obviously killing 30,000 people who can't defend themselves, and then trying to say the minority of the population, like Hamas, is the reason you're doing it. You're killing civilians. You're killing Palestinian people. Like, that shit's crazy to me. And then the U.S. is endorsing it, and then, like, that shit crazy.
Kyle, this weird little gay kid in his basement in Chicago, is participating.
weird little gay kid in his basement. Don't get me wrong, like I'm not pro, I'm not pro that shit. I personally am, a heterosexual male, married, thankfully. Like, thank God, but I don't get why people have their ideals and then impose it on other people with different ideals. Why you can't live in the world with your own ideals and then respect somebody else's ideals? Like, it's hard for me to get that because I have my own personal ideals and I would like for people to respect it even if they disagree with it. So why would I not extend that olive branch out to everybody else? I don't get that. Like, I'm Jamaican. Like, I was raised kind of hateful when it comes to the homosexual people. I literally had to get myself out of that. Like, I had to. This sounds stupid, but I had to think my way out of that. That's what you have to do, because a lot of the time with homophobia, it's not even your thought. It's the person before you, your dad, your mom, or their grandparents, or your grandparents, my bad. But it's usually never really your position. It's just imposed on you. So I had to like think my way out of it. Like, how can I expect someone to respect my individual like thoughts and my standpoints, and then I don't respect theirs? Like, I don't know. It's stupid to me.
In a super PAC to bump off Joe Kent? Like, I've been around this my whole life. I know what that is. It's just an organized effort.
Yeah.
And he also did the thing that David Duke always did, including to me, which is be like, oh, yeah, it's my friend. And everyone's like, oh, Tucker Carlson's been endorsed by David Duke. I've been making like the anti-racist argument my whole life.
Right.
Like, I'm not for David Duke. Do I think David Duke is right when he's against affirmative action? You bet I do. But I'm not for David Duke. But David Duke would try to discredit people by hugging them. And that's exactly what Fuentes did. He goes out there, meet all these people, show, hi, I'm Nick Fuentes, can I get my picture with you? That's a campaign to destroy credible voices on the right. And Fuentes is part of it. And I know I'm going to...
That's a good point, Tucker. That's a good point. If he's going around being kind in your face, wanting pictures with you, and then when he gets back to his house or his studio, he completely shits on you, nah, that's fucked up.
I'm inviting endless trouble by saying this because, this is a kid with a lot of spare time, but it's just a fact. And I've seen it a lot. Yeah. And I you can believe me or not, but I know what I'm talking about.
Tucker Carlson will further explain, and this is the part that really drawed in a lot of people. He would explain that the wheels began turning for him, and he began to get really suspicious of Nick Fuentes when Nick Fuentes, who's this kid from Chicago, when he somehow was able to discover that Tucker Carlson's father was CIA before almost anyone else. And
hold up, Flacco. Tucker Carlson's dad was a CIA agent? Man, that's weird as hell, bro. Everybody, like, it's weird the shit that come out. It's like everyone has some type of connection to some weird deep state or weird like other shit. It's weird.
Like, Tucker Carlson would claim that Nick Fuentes revealed that his father was CIA before anyone knew that Tucker Carlson's father was CIA. Now, Tucker Carlson is thinking,
that is wild. To imagine growing up, like your dad is your role model. You grow up, you get like disillusioned. What's the word? Disillusioned? I don't know. If anybody see this and want to comment, I don't know what the word is, but you become disillusioned to like the system and like the way things are, and then to find out your dad was a part of that, and then to find out from some random kid, not even like from a family member or from people who told you, like to find out from a random motherfucker your dad. To find out from a random motherfucker your dad was CIA. That gotta be crazy.
Man, this kid is from Chicago. He's a young kid. He's 18. The only people who would have that information before I had that information would be somebody who was in the intelligence agency or somebody who was linked to the intelligence agency. Now, after this, a lot more information came out that made Tucker Carlson look horrible, because it kind of pointed out that Tucker Carlson was lying at least when it comes to the time frame in which he found out his father was CIA.
It is, but the only reason I know who he is because someone sent me a video a few years ago of him attacking me. And I was like, so I'm looking at this. And I'm like, well, first of all, this kid's really talented, like legit. And I can assess that just having done the job for so long. So I was like, wow, lots of talent, native talent.
He's giving him his props. That means he's about to say some fucked up shit about that nigga.
And he's attacking my dad as a CIA, his dad's in the CIA or whatever. And I'm like, well, that's no, untrue. Then my father dies, and I learn, actually, was involved in that world. I was completely shocked by it. So
I'm thinking about it. Oh, shit, I muted it. I'm thinking about it. How can your father be in the CIA and you have no idea? And then you become like, what is Tucker, a journalist? You become like a journalist or whatever, an analyst, and you never look into it or you never see anything fishy? That's kind of strange.
No one has to believe me, but that's just a fact.
Right.
This was in March of this year. And I'm like, well, how the hell would this child from Chicago, and my dad was 84 when he passed. Like, who's this guy know who my dad is? And like, he's in intelligence. How would he know that? And
so that was his critique of you because I didn't see it.
Someone just sent me this video.
Am I tripping? Is the audio not even synced up with like their lips?
It's like, you can't believe anything Carlson says because his father was in the CIA and
that shit fucked up.
A CIA working. I'm at the CIA. Well, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, and I actually feel emotional in my anger towards CIA. And I think that comes out on the air quite regularly.
Right.
And so the idea that I'm working for the CIA.
We almost halfway through the video. I ain't see shit about Patrick Bet-David and Candace yet.
CIA is like deranged.
Well, if it helps, he said I'm funded by Russia now. Since the interview, he then did a thing and said I was funded by Russia.
But you would be a lot more likely to take Russian money than I would be to work for the CIA.
Maybe Tucker misspoke or got the timeline wrong, but Tucker's father died this year in March of 2025. There's interviews from 2024 of Tucker Carlson admitting his father was in the CIA, and he found out his father was in the CIA. Now, the Patrick Bet-David podcast covered this. Now, when they covered this, they essentially took the side of Nick Fuentes, even though they disagree with Nick Fuentes the most. But they would claim that Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens are essentially grifters from their perspective. Now, I'm not sure if I necessarily agree with that, and I'll explain a little later. But they will pull up clips where it shows that Tucker Carlson...
This is a random thought. But, like, you see how the whole, like, internet sphere is today? How everyone comes after everyone. Everyone tries to shit on everyone. Everyone, like, people say they're friends, but really they're just competing with each other. Like, this social media era of things, bro, can this shit even last? Like, how terrible will shit get in the next, like, 10, 15, 20, 30 years with this internet shit?
Got the timeline wrong, or...
I really think this internet shit or this, like, social media shit will be the death of humanity, bro.
Just flat out lied if we want to just assume the worst.
But here's a clip from the Sean Ryan show in 2024 where Tucker talks about his father being part of the CIA. So there's no way that he found out in June of 2024, made those comments in June of 2024, but then just found out.
I knew Tucker was fucking capping. There's no way your family or your dad, like someone that close to you, is in the CIA and you have no idea, none at all. Fuck out of here.
In March.
Let me see this.
And so when I applied to CIA, and I've taken a lot of crap, including from Putin, like, oh, you're from a CIA family. Well, yeah, obviously my father worked in conjunction with CIA. I mean, that's what that is.
Wow. Is his father part of the CIA, and did he know it or not, and when did he know it? Based on this, it looks like he's lying to Candace Owens' face. Yes or no?
I think so.
Okay.
From what we just saw, from what Rob,
Right.
from like, how about this? Not like he worked for them or around them.
Dick Carlson, really? You tell me this guy wasn't?
That's Adam, dude on my right that I'm pointing to. That's Adam, bro. Bro is always crashing out, but his crash outs be valid, bro. His crash outs be valid sometimes. Cause this nigga on the left always trying, like, this nigga on the left is always passive aggressive. Like he wants Adam to crash out. Well, you probably do. That's views.
The CIA just looks like one.
Adam
I'll
would
be on
then
that bit crashing
continue to
out
express
if they
his
get me views.
suspicion with the motives of Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson. He would say that he could pull up clips of Candace Owens, let's say a year ago or a year and a half ago or maybe 2 years ago, with completely opposite views on Bibi in Israel, like complete opposite from his perspective. Now, he would claim that this shift was either money related or something happened or somebody came to him or, they're running propaganda for someone. And I do believe he's a little off in his assessment, but we'll tackle that when we get there.
Number two, I could show you tapes, so many of them, Candace Owens praising Israel.
Wait, what did that say? Richard Warner Carlson, born Richard Anderson, February 10th, 1941, was an American journalist, diplomat, and lobbyist who was the director of the Voice of America from 1986 to 1999. Carlson also has it's just a biography.
So many of them, Candace Owens praising Israel, praising what Bibi Netanyahu has done, praising the Jewish people, saying that we have to stop this Muslim
Candace praising the Jewish people?
aggression.
She must have changed. Like, she must have found out some new shit that changed her views. If she was praising them and now she cracking down on, well, obviously she see what's going on, so maybe that's what changed her opinion.
20 years ago, not 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago,
What
8
happened?
years ago.
What do you think happened?
Something happened.
What do you think happened? Maybe the 30,000 people that's being killed changed her mind on the shit.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. But if I could roll the tape.
Yeah.
So you know why I respect Nick Fuentes?
Yeah.
I don't see one video of him praising Israel, the Jews. Everything's not liking him and hating him.
That's the thing with this internet shit, bro. It's like you can have a video and your opinion goes one way, and then like 5 years later, your opinion is like the opposite. People can't change. People can't gain information and change their stance on things. You trying to hold? That's like me seeing my 5-year-old sister like being immature, and now she's 13 and she's like more mature and more like well behaved, and I'm like, what? Why are you acting better? You're supposed to be acting up. That's how you were acting 5 years ago. Like that's some retarded rhetoric to be trying to stand on.
Stick to your position.
Fucking
Why is
stupid.
Candace Owens flipped so dramatically? By the way, same thing with Tucker. Why is he flipped so? What has happened?
Well, you heard.
Maybe it's the 30,000 people that have been killed since the whole shit that's been going on. Like, maybe that changed her opinion.
What's happened?
But here's my question to you: what do you honestly think it is? What do you think? Because Candace is smart as hell. Tucker, these people are smart as hell.
I think
what happened?
If I could give you a quick, If I can give you a quick
Adam is trying to be like, what do you think? Adam's trying to get him to just say it.
summary,
And I guarantee you he's not going to say it. He's not going to blatantly just be like, oh, maybe it's because Israel been literally committing a genocide. Maybe that's what it was.
I'll be super quick.
Yeah.
Tucker is the biggest faker out there because he's the elitist mask.
Bro, I hate listening to this nigga Adam, bro. Well, not Adam. I think Adam's the dude on the right with the white shirt. I hate listening to the dude in the black blazer because his whole shtick, I feel like, is just views. Get people mad, get people raging, and they'll just come watching our videos, which is good for money and good for like YouTube views. But in terms of having a position and like developing, is like you're just gonna say whatever is gonna get the reaction you want. You're not gonna be genuine.
Masquerading as a populist. Don't believe me? Roll the tape with the Nick Fuentes says. He says he's this elitist who's basically all like about hunting and whiskey. Dude, you're the only person in the history of the world that's had their own show on CNN, MSNBC, and Fox. Stop pretending you're not establishment. You've helped build the establishment, Tucker Carlson. Candace. I don't know what happened with Candace.
You can't help build something and then see that it's trash and then go against it. You can't do that. That's literally what America was founded on. You were a part of Britain. They taxing you out the ass. You realize it's trash and you separate yourself.
She worked for Prager University and she worked for Charlie Kirk with Turning Point, and all of a sudden she's the biggest anti-Israel person out there. I don't know what happened. If I would speculate, it's probably something to do with her husband, who's Catholic, and there's a form of Catholicism that absolutely hates Israel and the Jews. Don't believe me? Ask her husband, I think his name is George.
Yeah.
His father, their relationship right there. Nick Fuentes, as disgusting as some of his takes are, he's being real. And some people appreciate being real over being fake like Tucker.
But to Candace's point, do you not think maybe with Candace, besides that's your take about the father and the
That's not my take.
No, with George.
Look at the guy's
no,
tweets.
I'm saying with George.
I'm not bringing opinions here. I'm bringing receipts.
Well, what I'm saying is, do you think like the actions of the government of Israel, not Jewish people around the world, the actions of the government led by Bibi Netanyahu could be a main thing?
Look at him. Look at this motherfucker. He's not listening to anything this Adam guy is saying. He's just thinking about his response before he even finished listening to what he's saying.
That's making Candace go, wait a minute, and shift gears and change her tune.
To act like it's this grand conspiracy or this great mystery that people like Candace Owens or others have changed their mind on BB since October 7th is crazy. Like you are trying not to see it. Bruh, Twitter is finally a free speech platform for the most part, as much as they can be. And people in real time...
See, Flacco about to get to saying everything I was just saying.
Witnessed the day of October 7th. And then we heard certain things that made us think, hold on, bruh. Huh?
Right.
The gates was wide open, huh? What?
Right.
There was no security measures. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Egypt warned them before.
Like, it's like the dude that's next to Adam in the black blazer, he's ignoring all the other things. He's like one of the guys that's just like confirmation bias. Whatever I think, I only go for information that's going to confirm that. Like,
yo, we watch things take place in real time. We watch babies starve in real time.
Literally, we watch babies die. We watch innocent people die. We watch them bomb hospitals. Like, if you were pro-Israel, you're not like, I'm not going to say you're not, because a lot of people are still pro-Israel for some reason. But if you were of the stance that Israel was on the right side and then seeing them murder 30,000 people, and then you're still on the side of Israel being the right side, that's an insane take to me. That's insane. That's like damn near anti-human. That's like inhumane. Fucking crazy.
We watch our president get manipulated to putting us into another foreign war in real time.
Like, literally, the real time part is the kicker in this whole situation. Because growing up in school, you hear about shit. It's like, oh, damn. Oh, he did that. Damn, that's tough. But you never had to live through and experience it. Now we're living through and experiencing the same shit. Like everything that's going on now, they're going to be teaching your sons and daughter about it in 10, 15, 20 years. And it's going to be a part of their curriculum. So it's like, for us to be going through this in real time and still have blinders on, to be like, oh, Israel is right. Israel, like, I'm trying to think of an analogy. I'll see, like, let's say you go into a gas station, you see a 250 fucking big built ass nigga, and you see like a nigga that weigh 140, and you see the big nigga just just beating on the little nigga, right? You don't have no context. Obviously, you see that, you're gonna be like, bro, chill out. Like, what are you doing? You're gonna kill him. You're 3 times. My bad. I forgot the mic got to be right here. You're 2-3 times his size. Like, anybody's just gonna stop that. Like, and then the big nigga gonna be like, oh, he slapped me. That's why I'm about to kill him. Like, it's never gonna seem right. It's never gonna seem okay. I don't see why they're trying to brainwash people into thinking this bullshit is okay, bro.
Information is being disseminated. Now, in terms of Candace Owens, Candace Owens is probably the easiest person you could see how she was able to flip. And Candace Owens got accosted by her boss for saying Christ is king. Candace Owens is Christian. Her boss is Ben Shapiro. You know his religion. She got essentially fired, terminated, aired out publicly for tweeting out Christ is king. She got called
I got a question. I know I keep pausing it, but I gotta talk, but can you sue someone like, let's say Candace sues Ben Shapiro for firing her because of her religion? Is that viable in court?
I can't even say that word on YouTube. But yo, she got treated like the worst person in the world. She got treated as if she was starving babies for tweeting out Crisis King. So if you're Candace Owens and you've always been pro BB and you've always taken a pretty neutral side on things, and then you see what's been happening to a lot of people like Nick Fuentes for years, what they've been screaming about, how they've been canceled, and you watch in real time how you're neutral, how you're just asking for the war to stop, and you're asking for a ceasefire, and people are treating you as if you are Satan for asking for a ceasefire, for saying Christ is king. Yeah, bro, you'll probably switch too. Because only one side.
That's what I don't get. There's like Israelis and people in the world and everyone that's like paying attention to this. There's people seeing the literal genocide that's going on, and they'll come and try and shit on somebody that whose stance is just, let's stop fighting. That don't make sense to me. She's not saying, nah, Israel, stop fighting, let Palestine fuck you over. No, she's saying just stop fighting in general. Stop the violence, stop the killing, stop murdering babies. That's all she's saying. And there's people literally coming for her head for wanting peace. It's a wicked
is
world
attacking you for having your beliefs. Adam's attempt at exposing Candace Owens and Tucker really backfired. So one user wrote, so Adam, people change over time. So you change from Democrat to Trump supporter. Why should Candace and Tucker not have the same change?
Literally, it's like, that's one thing I hate. I hate when people do something and then when somebody else do the same thing, they act like they have no like wherewithal no more. Like they can't think, oh, I've done that. Maybe I shouldn't spaz on her for doing a similar thing I've done. Like that's something with me where it's like sometimes I don't even feel like dealing with people because it's like sometimes it's hard to be mad when people fuck me over because it's like, damn, I fucked people over before. So it's like, damn, that's karma.
Change of mind. Again, you bias is on full display. I think that's a fact, especially because, again, you could go back in time and see Adam view on things. Adam views have changed pretty drastically, to be honest. So Candace Owens and Tucker, their views, ain't really changed that much drastically, bruh. The only thing that really happened in terms of Candace Owens is she was pretty neutral on the subject, and then she got attacked for being neutral and being herself, and then she switched on her attackers. That's pretty normal to me. But like the comments continued, people really wasn't feeling Adam all day. Adam tried to say that Candace Owens hates Tucker, which, you know, I think this user is right when he calls Adam.
Wait, am I tripping? Was I tripping this whole time? So Adam is the dude in black, I think now, and Vinny is the dude in the white long sleeve. Okay.
Adam, a conspiracy theorist, because Candace Owens was just on Tucker's podcast, I believe, like 3 days ago. They had like a 3-hour conversation. She says she really looks up to Tucker Carlson. So for him to come on this show and claim that Candace Owens hates Tucker Carlson is crazy, is lunatic. But again, Adam will say whatever to spread his particular agenda. One user by the name of McFly1430 stated, so Vinny starts criticizing blank and BB, then PBD quickly jumps in to cut him off. It's becoming obvious that these guys are bought and paid for at this point.
I used to watch a few wasn't it Patrick Beck David? I used to watch his podcast a lot, and the thing with him is like if you just see a couple clips of him, you think, oh, this guy's pretty insightful. He's pretty wise about things. But if you watch his content like long form, you realize dude ain't really that smart. Like dude isn't that smart, and his views are based where his wallet is, honestly. His views is wherever he's going to make the most money.
I think Patrick Bet David is a dude who has built like $100 million company. Some say he built his scamming. I don't know. I didn't do my research on that. But, you know, he understands what's good for business. He understands how to stay in the algorithm on YouTube, and you don't stay in the algorithm by criticizing BB and the rest of these people. Another user went ahead and stated, notice PBD won't ever personally say anything about blank or criticize them for what they are doing. PBD is smart and knows where the money comes from for all his other businesses.
Literally what I just said. Literally.
Yeah, and that's also the thing too, man, in terms of like giving commentary when you also have real life businesses that you understand could be affected. Because if PBD comes on his platform and go full schizophrenic mode and just starts bantering and letting people say whatever, bruh, those other businesses that's apparently worth $100 million, they're gonna be affected, bruh. All right, they're gonna fall to the ground. So at some point, you got to decide, man. Is being a commentator who values are really respected because people know
This comment, you try and read it and understand it, fuck your brain up.
there's no type of strings attached to it, is that worth more than being a 100 millionaire? Classic Adam has to defend blank instead of trying to be objective and having an opinion, not having his opinion have him. All in all, the attempt to expose Candace Owens, I think, backfired tremendously. The audience seeing right through it. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Do y'all believe that Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson are somehow being bought out? Is their switch very suspicious? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And if you're still watching,
Have their opinions been bought out? By who? I would think like if they were pro-Israel, yeah, I would say they're bought out because Israel literally pays, like they pay for propaganda. So if it was the other way around, I would think, oh, maybe Israel's paying them to have this opinion, but they're literally on the opposite side. Like it's, why would you think they're bought out? But then again, I don't know shit, so maybe they are. But this been another reaction video with your boy Momento. If you fuck with it, like if you fuck with me, just leave me a like, leave me a subscription. That's all I ask. This channel is relatively new. I'm really trying to grow it, trying to be more consistent with it. So, you know, if you want to hop on the bandwagon now while your boy still only got like 50 subscribers, like, you know, fuck with your boy. But like I said, it's Momento. I'm out.
click on this video right here.